So, can you still hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Great.
actually working with two laptops here. I'm on another one trying to do what you're going to show me.
Okay.
Good idea.
So, so here is your, Google environment.
hmm Kelsey?
Uh-oh, we lost her.
Oh,
Can you guys still hear me?
Oh yeah, now we can.
Okay, good. I think my internet had a freak out. Thank you,
Oh,
okay.
Greenberg. Okay, so over here, this is your Google environment, right? And if you hover over that home tab, I go to Hangouts like that. Click Hangouts. Then I go to Hangouts on Air. See it up there?
yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Then I click Hangouts on Air. And then I say Start a Hangout on Air. Click on it. So then I give it a name, whatever. I think it's easier to do the ones that start now.
Yeah,
So
I do too.
yeah, so I don't bother worrying about not starting now, and I just leave this as is. That's
Oh,
something, John, that Lexi and I worked on earlier because we think part of the problem has to do with this audience situation.
yeah, because I was adding you guys in there too.
Yeah, and that's what I have done in the past, but I think I think maybe I told Sharon this morning. I sent her a note that said I'd made those videos last summer, and I think a few things have changed since last summer because technology is want to do that.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, so I just left this as public, and then you hit share.
Okay.
So now it exists when the internet catches up with me. Okay, and here it is, right? This is the space.
Yes.
Then I hit start. I don't know if it's going to freak out when I do this or not. We'll find out.
I think it'll say you are already in one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so there it is. It tells me I'm already in one. So I'm not going to close our call because I don't want to do that. But what normally happens is this loads and it pops up a little box that says, would you like to invite people?
Okay.
And then I send that invitation. And I don't know what that looks like because you both received that successfully, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
first
what
time
it
was.
looked like was your, the little instant message box that we're typing on, it came up like that, like a call, and I just hit okay.
Oh, okay. So I think
And it
that's
apparently wasn't coming up for you guys from me in that way, but I did exactly what you just did.
okay. Yeah. Well, maybe let me go back and see if I can see our call history because it could be. I think this is that maybe it right there. It
Mm,
it could be that you let's see. This is the one we were on.
yeah, a couple times I got in there, I could hear you, or I could see you and hear you,
Right.
but you couldn't see or hear me.
Yeah. Well, and a couple. I think maybe this is it, Lexi. I think there are some here that you sent and that I didn't see. Does that make sense?
Oh.
Because I was looking in my email.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was looking in my email.
Yeah,
So,
you called me, it popped up in Google Hangouts and it rang. So
yep,
if your sound's not on, then you won't hear it.
yep, yep, yeah. So
Okay.
I think that's the linchpin, right? Is that you access it through this chat easier than through your email. Because I think the email invite sets you up as a viewer rather than a participant.
Okay.
So if you go through your email, you can view it once it starts broadcasting, but you
Yeah.
can't actively participate in it. That's what John's talking about, right? He could see us and hear us, or hear one of us, um, but he couldn't participate.
Right.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah. So I think, what I'm going to do, I'd really like for you guys to be able to record these because I want to see them, essentially.
Right.
And but I recognize that this is super tedious, right? And there's lots of room for mistakes. So I'm going to send a note out to the class. I'm really glad I got to do this with you, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So what I'm going to do is send a note out to the class explaining all this again. And I'm also going to say that if worse comes to worse and you can't get this one started, right, the one that can be recorded, that it's okay to just do the regular Hangouts, because then at least you can still meet virtually. I can't necessarily watch it that easily. I can't watch it at all if it doesn't get recorded, but I'm worried about people freaking out. So
Yeah.
you guys, hopefully you guys can do it, and I'll get
I hope so.
yeah.
Well, Lexi and I hooked up earlier, and it was no problem.
Yeah.
That was because I think because it was a regular video hangout, though it wasn't a broadcast on air, and that's where I don't know what for whatever reason it's not working very well.
Yeah. Well, I think I think the issue has to do with how you access it, right? Which is not what I showed in my videos, because that's not how it worked less than 12 months ago. So I think if you access it through the chat, then you can go to where you need to be, basically.
Okay. So
And
maybe
whoever-
I'll send a message to the group, you and Sharon, and they're the only two I've been able to talk to. Van piped in once, but I'll try. I'll try.
Yeah.
And I could send a message, John, that says that we should all be logged into Google Plus, and then I'll start a chat, and then I'll start the call broadcasting, and then see what happens.
Yeah.
So,
I think
so
that's
you'll establish it Friday morning, and then everybody should look for an invite.
Through Google Plus, not in their email. They should be
Okay.
staring at the Google Plus screen.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
We could even try. I'm available tomorrow too. So if we want to try again tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd like to try that. I mean,
Yeah. So, well, I was going to say something else. So I'll try to, I'll try to put together some tutorial on this so that it's maybe a little bit clearer, and do the best you can. If all else fails, you can always hold your meeting. You know that the video chat will work, right?
Yeah.
No matter what. So don't just not hold your meeting. Hold your meeting, because you all need to write about those and reflect on those and exercise your agendas and things like that. And also, if you have people who aren't participating, who aren't communicating, don't worry about that affecting you, right? You'll communicate that to me, and people have to face the consequences of the choices they make, essentially.
Okay.
And
I still try Chrome, do you think?
yeah, you might. I mean, I'm using Chrome to execute this, so that might be part of it. But I really think it's about how people are getting into it. So if you're comfortable, Lexi, do you know how to take a screenshot, like a print screen? Okay. Mm-hmm. If you would do me a favor when we're done talking, if you could look back at the what's the word for it? The transcript of our communication. If you could take a picture of if that invite's still there, if you could take a picture of what it looks like and send it to me, that would be great. Because then I can include that as part of the explanation, right? That says you'll see this, as an invite.
Yeah, visuals are helpful.
Yes, they are. Yeah. So that will help me build clarity for everybody else. And I'm glad we did this. I know that the process is challenging, but like I said to you earlier, it's like it takes a lot of patience and just before you can get it right, and even then there might still be a problem. So it's good for me to be able to give people that mitigation. It's tough. I don't want to because I want them to record, but I also don't want people to lose their minds. So
I know. I would be careful with that.
Well, like you said, luckily you ran into it today and not Friday or Saturday, when everybody's trying to do it,
Yeah, but I mean, I think you can see, like, it's really great for me to be able to talk to you both at the same time, and
I love it. I think it's awesome.
It's so cool. I got to figure out how to. I suppose. I got to work with it more. I got to figure out how to be able to do it as part of the class, because I hate lecturing to an empty room, right? Or to my teacher. oh, it's awful.
I know.
Awful. And watching it is awful. You know, it's boring. It's horrible. But you know, this is really dynamic and interesting. So you know, it allows people to still have the online class, right? You're both at home, which is great. So keep working with it. So thank you. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to go back through and I'll send you that screenshot in a minute if I can find it.
Okay. And if you can't, that's fine. If you can't, that's fine.
Yeah. And then maybe, John, would you be up for trying again maybe tomorrow? Or?
Oh, for sure, because I don't want to stumble through this on Friday, you know.
Okay. So maybe just maybe same time tomorrow. We can shoot for 5 and I'll try to do a broadcast on air.
Yeah, I'll be waiting for your invite.
Okay. I'll try to slow down and not do 3 hangouts at once.
Maybe that's what it was too. I was wondering, maybe I'm in 2 other hangouts I don't know about yet, you know. And so I actually restarted one of the laptops and tried doing it on the other one.
Yeah.
But isn't technology fun?
When it works.
It is, yeah. It's a great tool if it works. So
Right.
I don't know if you guys, I just wanted to point one thing out to you before we finish up. I don't know if you guys can see along the bottom because you're not managing the Hangout, but actually, I will print screen right now and then I can share that. I can see how many viewers there are in the Hangout.
I saw that.
Yeah, and it says 0. So that means you guys are participants, I'm a participant, not a viewer. Does that make sense?
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
So you have to have everybody in as a participant, or not viewers, because if they're viewers, you won't have their face, they can't interact, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's
I
what was
can't see
happening.
it right now. Sorry, John. Go ahead.
And maybe that's what was happening earlier when I could see both of you at different times, but you couldn't see me or hear me.
Yep, that's exactly what was happening. Yep, that's exactly.
So embarrassing. Just staring at the screen.
It's okay. You can go delete
It's
all
not
of that
like I'm
now.
picking on you or anything, you know.
Yeah, you can go delete all of that now.
All right.
Yep, and I did record this, so I will send it to you both. Probably no one else, but just you both. So then you could use it if you want to tutorial back when you need to do it yourself. Yeah.
Okay.
That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Nice to see you both.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks.